as though you had never awakened before in your life. That's what actually you feel like, something entirely different. And you look at all these things round about you, and here, 1,000 years, 2,000 years, 3,000 years ago, it was written there, and it was all about you, and you didn't know it. So we're going to go up now to Jerusalem city, and all that is written of the Son of Man by the prophets will be fulfilled. All will be accomplished. Then he began to explain to them Scripture. And he said, beginning with Moses in the law and all the prophets and the Psalms, he interpreted to them in all the Scriptures the things concerning himself. Now this coming Friday, you're going to, if you do go to part of the service, you will hear the words on the cross. Every one is taken from the Old Testament. And you will know who you are in that sense. Hear the words of David. For David is going to commit himself now to his Father. Into thy hands I commit my spirit. This is now the 31st Psalm. Thou hast redeemed me, O Lord, faithful God. Yet that is the final cry on the cross when you read into the book of Luke. Into thy hands I commit my spirit. And he commits it into the hands of the Father. Because now he calls him Father. Father, into thy hands I commit my spirit. And these are the identical words of David in the 31st Psalm. So here the entire thing unfolds within man. Basically, we're trying to find the cause of the phenomena of life. What makes things happen in my world? So I tell you, there is no such thing as an accident in this world. No. There is no such thing as a natural cause. Every natural effect has a spiritual cause. That is an imaginal cause, and not a natural. A natural only seems. It is a delusion of our fading memories. We can't remember when we set it in motion. So I say, dream noble dreams. Wonderful dreams. If they don't come to pass tonight, tomorrow, or next week, you keep on dreaming them. But try to put yourself into the dream as though it's taking place. And try to live in it. Be possessed by the dream. And see the whole thing unfold within you in this world of Caesar. Always bearing in mind the real dream. It must come to an end only when it's fulfilled. And the story is the fulfillment when you awake. For resurrection is waking. It's not gathering dead bones together and putting flesh on it. It's simply awakening. You are sound asleep and you awaken like a man out of a deep, deep sleep to find yourself in a tomb. But you have the strength to break the bonds of that tomb and to come out of that tomb. And when they come to search for the body, they've taken away the body. They only knew you by reason of the body that you wore, and that's taken away. They can't see you. Him they could not see. But he was fully aware of everyone round about him. And here, all the symbolism of Scripture is unfolding before him. And he is the central character in the entire drama. They're talking about him. They aren't talking about Jesus. They're talking about you. You are individualized. And you tend forever and forever towards ever greater individualization. They didn't call me by any other name. Didn't call me God. Didn't call me the Lord. Didn't call me Jesus. They spoke of me as Neville. It's Neville's baby. I was aware of being I. No loss of identity whatsoever. But then when David comes, here is Neville. In this century I was born, the year 1905. Here we have a recorded so-called history of one born 1,000 years BC. And he stands before me and I know I'm his father. And here we have words put into his mouth that the Lord said to him, you are my son. And I know that I am his father. And only then did I gain the certainty as to who I am. So you will not lose your identity, yet you are God the Father. It is Father that is being revealed, the sweetest name there in Scripture. He is a loving Father, may I tell you. At the end, it's not a reward, it's simply victory. You had plotted and planned the whole thing before you entered the tomb. You prepared a way for your own return to whom? To yourself. I came out from the Father, and I came into the world. Again, I am leaving the world, and I'm returning to the Father. And that's the story of this week. So as far as Friday goes, Good Friday, save your tears. The crucifixion is over. And it was a voluntary act on your part, which is God's part. You laid yourself down in a tomb for the purpose of dreaming the dream of life. And so the word God, which makes the mind jump on the outside, is not truly the name. We take the word Elohim and we translate it God. We take the word Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh and translate that Lord. But the name that is revealed is Father. That's who this being is. This creative being is Father. And everyone is in search of the Father. And one day, he's going to find the only one who can reveal him as the Father. And when he finds him, he finds his own son, David. Now that will come as an awful shock to the majority of people in the world. And I would not take back one little iota. It's true. I'm not speculating. I'm telling you exactly what I have experienced. It's not theory with me. This is all what I know from my own personal experience. It was always there in that book called the Bible, but I had not experienced it, so I couldn't see it. It's all about you, because it is all about God. And you are God asleep. And the day is coming when he will awake in you, as you. And when you will find your son, that Scripture claims to be God's son. And because Scripture claims it is God's son, and you know it's your son, then you must be God. That's the story of the Bible. Now let us go into the silence.
Neville, I have no question, but I want to thank you for the question.
Well, thank you, my dear. Thank you very much.